I don't even know where to fucking start. So a few days ago, I made a video about me reading I Am Not Starfire, and here's part 2. If you haven't watched that video yet, I highly recommend you do, so that you would understand what this comic book is all about, and you would understand this story better, and so that you would understand how much of an annoying cunt this whatever this is. So again, I don't know where to start. This comic book just made me pissed. It's worse than before, and it's getting stupider and stupider every page. You know what? I'll just start where we last stopped. So Blackfire kidnapped her own sister and her niece so that she could fight them for the throne of Tamaran. I don't know why she wouldn't just usurp the throne without fighting her family, which are light years away, and just be the queen of Tamaran. But yeah, you know, that's not how superhero stories work, right? Anyway, they put them in this space box so that Blackfire can prepare for battle, and it is so fucking stupid because if you could remember in my last video, she was watching her for a week or maybe even longer than a week. Why didn't she prepare during that long time? And why the hell can't she just fight her now while she is still weak and unprepared? Anyway, they can't ask the Titans for help because they're in a galaxy far, far away. Why? Well, because of reasons and plot. And then Starfire told her to sleep because they would have to fight in the morning. I have no idea why they need to wait 4 hours to fight. And then Starfire talked about her history back in Tamaran and how she escaped from Blackfire and fled to Earth, and that her main priority now is Mandy and fighting crime and space bugs and shit. What she didn't mention though are who Mandy's father was and how she regrets even having a daughter in the first place. And after that, they dressed Mandy up, made her wear armor. Like, what? Why in 100 fucks would you make your enemy wear armor? Don't you think it'd be easier if she won't wear armor or anything at all? I mean, just make her wear clothes because, you know, I don't want to see her without clothes. It's fucking disgusting. And of all places they could have the fight, Blackfire chose a fucking high school's football field. They could have had the fight on Tamaran, but no, they chose a fucking high school so that Mandy's schoolmates would see her fight for quote-unquote character development or some shit like that. And then Mandy... I'm sorry, but what the fuck is she wearing? Anyway, yeah, and Starfire destroyed the cuffs and just battled, you know, Blackfire and told Mandy to run away, which she did. And I swear to God, everyone in this fucking school are fucking brain dead. Like seriously, aliens are attacking a high school and somebody is about to get killed. And what do these people do? They are fucking cheering. Okay, question time. What would you do if you're at school and then there's an earthquake? Exactly, you get outside. How about a fire? That's right, you get outside. I mean, it's common sense, you know, it's just instincts. But these motherfuckers are cheering like they're watching a football game. Like, what would they do if there's a school shooting? Cheer the school shooter while he's doing an ace clutch? For fuck's sake, run! Call somebody, call the Titans. Oh yeah, that's right, they're not on Earth. But still, call somebody, call the cops, call the military, hell, call the Justice League. The Titans aren't the only superhero group on Earth. After that, Blackfire defeated Starfire and Mandy started crying and was like, "Oh, I'm sorry mom, I'm just such a bad daughter." And Starfire was like, "Yeah, no shit." And then Blackfire was already hovering above Mandy and gave her a hero wound. If you don't know what a hero wound is, it's like a wound a hero would get from the villain or like in the battlefield just to show that the hero was hurt in battle, but actually it's just a scratch. Why? Because plot armor. And then Blackfire tossed Mandy as if she's just a baseball, and Blackfire is just like, "Oh, witness me, mere mortals, watch me murder my family members." Please just shut the fuck up and do it. I don't get why supervillains can't shut their mouths up until they get their job done. Please, for the love of Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, kill Mandy and get this over with. And then the whole school was like, "Go Mandy, go, go, stand up Mandy." Here's a better idea. How about you guys just get out? Get out of the campus, okay? because Blackfire literally just tossed Mandy and Starfire is most likely dead. So I think it's the best time for you guys to run away, because for some goddamn reasons Blackfire's army is nowhere to be seen. And surprise surprise, Mandy got her superpowers, you know, because she's the protagonist of this story, so that's why she has superpowers. And she fought Blackfire for like for 4 pages until Starfire bunked her to death. Let me just remind you that Blackfire conquered Tamaran by herself and with her army. She killed her parents and she destroyed everything that Starfire loved, and she defeated Starfire single-handedly. Okay, Blackfire is someone who you shouldn't fuck with. And then Mandy came along and just did some Rasengans and some Hadokens, and now Blackfire is lying on the fucking floor. Okay, this is bad storytelling. And let me remind you, it just took 4 pages to write this one. It's so bad because there are no stakes whatsoever. The comic book just showed us that Blackfire is such a powerful being, and then Mandy just defeated her just because she said abracadabra. I mean, at least show us that Mandy was having a hard time fighting her, but she wasn't having a hard time. She just got a slit on her fucking cheeks, and that was even before she found out that she had powers. The only person who's having a hard time is Starfire, okay? And I don't feel any, there's no depth in the fight scene, okay? I don't feel scared for Mandy. I don't worry because it's just so fucking boring and it's so rushed. You can't just say, oh, this story may be a superhero story, but it's not about fighting, it's a coming of age story. You can't just say that, because Watchmen is a superhero story as well, but it doesn't have a lot of fight scenes because they don't have to fight to save the world. Which, I mean, they did that like in the last issue, but fighting is not the point because the story is about questioning what's morally right. In here, they need to fight to stop Blackfire. That argument is stupid, and you can't say that, oh, if you don't like the story, then just don't read it because this story isn't made for you. Okay, even though it's made for me, this is just bad storytelling. Not only is this fight scene rushed, the character is so fucking shit. Okay, there is no character development. We didn't see Mandy grow up. Okay, if having superpowers means you grew up as a character or a person, then that's bullshit because Mandy didn't grow up. She just got superpowers, and for some fucking reasons, she defeated her aunt, who is supposed to be powerful. She just got superpowers, and then the world is now saved. That is so bad. That is just bad storytelling. And at the last minute, the Titans showed up. Typical. And then Blackfire's army appeared out of nowhere and they're being imprisoned, and Raven was like, okay everyone, go back to school. They literally just witnessed a life and death situation. Why would you make them go back to school? If I was there, I would literally go home and have a seat and just be thankful that I'm alive. But anyway, yeah, Blackfire is gonna get into prison, you know, a trial for her crimes or some shit like that. And Mandy, after that really short fight, became a mainstream. She became a worldwide sensation and she became a superhero, and everybody loves her now. Just to remind you guys, Mandy is still the same person we know from page 1, okay? She just have powers. So she's still the bitchy asshole that we once knew. She didn't really grow up. And she agreed to take the SAT test, and Raven is teaching her. And oh my god, Raven is so hot. And then she is being trained by Starfire to be a superhero, and then she set the whole Titan's tower on fire. And after that, Claire and Mandy went on a date. They went for a walk, and he talked about the issue even though it wasn't really an issue. And for some goddamn reason, they made out. Okay, Claire like Mandy. I swear, it is so forced. There was no clue that Claire was even a lesbian or even bisexual. I mean, I don't think it needs to have a clue, but it is so forced. Like, Mandy doesn't have any personality at all, and she was just being such a bitch to Claire. So I really don't know what Claire found in her. I swear, there are a lot of girls who are better than Mandy. But for some reason, Claire chose Mandy. It's so stupid. I don't know what she found in her. I don't know what made her go, oh my gosh, I really like this girl. Like, I am just so confused. The writers really forced this relationship. And then now she's a superhero. She doesn't hate superheroes anymore because now she's a superhero. And that just makes her a hypocrite. Because being a superhero, it doesn't mean that you're a better person now. It just boosted her own ego. Throughout the story, she didn't become a good person. She just became a narcissist. And then she named herself Mandy the Destroyer because, well, she is edgy and shit like that. So yeah, why would I be so happy that she's a superhero now? There is no reason for me to feel happy that she's a superhero now. It just made me pissed off that she is even a superhero. Because it's like the writers are saying, be who you want to be. It doesn't matter if you're an asshole. Just be who you want to be and live, and you would live life without consequences and you would have a happy ending. That is so unrealistic and really bullshit. And I just hate it because Mandy doesn't deserve to be a superhero because she is such a jerk. She's such a jerk to everyone. She's even a jerk to Claire. She's a jerk to her mom. And she never got any consequences. The only thing that she got was a girlfriend and being a superhero and powers. Now it's time for me to rate the comic book. So the art is okay. I mean, it's not as bad as they said it was. It's not bad, but it could have been better. You know what I'm saying? I mean, at least it wasn't drawn by someone like Rob Liefeld. So yeah, the art is okay. So I'm giving the art a good 6 out of 10. The story, well, it is so rushed. It is a mess. And yeah, I'm giving it a 1. 1 because, well, the story had potential, but then it ended up being a disaster. And the protagonist. Mandy is the worst fucking protagonist that I've ever followed. She is a self-insert by the author. It's like the author took all of her insecurities and put it on Mandy. It's like she wrote a fan fiction about herself being a daughter of a superhero, and despite being such a douchebag to everyone, she still got a happy ending. So yeah, I'm giving Mandy a negative 100, or maybe even lower than that. So yeah, I highly don't recommend you reading this book or even buying this book because it's just a waste of your time and waste of your money. And I want this book to go bad because I want DC, Marvel, or any other companies to know that this is not the stories we want to read. So yeah, that's I Am Not Starfire. I hope you like this video, and yeah, peace.